Ladies and gentlemen, as we begin, I don't know that it's on. It is? As we begin our program this morning, I would like to go over this year's graduation protocols. All guests must wear their protective face coverings at all times. To be respectful of all graduates, as we proceed through this year's program, the use of noisemakers, including but not limited to air horns, are prohibited during this ceremony. This is a wonderful occasion for all of our students, so please be kind and respectful during the presentation. We are so excited to be here this morning. To officially begin this year's ceremony, I would like to invite Cadet Battalion Commander Megan Ray to the podium.
Good morning, graduates, honored guests, staff, and families. Welcome to the Everglades High School Class of 2021 graduation. My name is Cadet Lieutenant Colonel Megan Ray, and I'm the Battalion Commander of the Everglades Gator Battalion. At this time, please rise and remain standing for the presentation of colors and the national anthem. Color Guard! Advance to present the colors!
Color Guard! Attention! Carry colors! Forward! March! March! Line! March! Color Guard! Hold! Left face! Freeze and colors! Forward fair, colors! Right face! Forward, march!
Will everyone please be seated? I am now happy to introduce the principal of Everglades High School, Mrs. Darbar.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor for me to welcome you to the Class of 2021's commencement ceremony. I would like to begin by introducing the honored guests with us today. On stage, we have the District 2 School Board member of the School Board of Broward County, Mrs. Patty Good. The Acting Chief Strategy and Operations Officer, Mr. Jermaine Fleming. From the Office of School Performance and Accountability, Director Ernie Lozano. We are delighted to share today's successes with some of the principals of the Everglades Innovation Zone. If you can direct your attention to the VIP box, please welcome Dr. Jonathan Leff from Silver Lakes Elementary, Sandy Nelson from Dolphin Bay Elementary, Tammy Gilbert from Silver Lakes Elementary, and Mr. Ricardo Santano from Glades Middle School. We also have several city officials joining us in the audience who I would like to introduce, starting with our wonderfully supportive mayor, Mayor Wayne Messam, our Vice Mayor, Yvette Colburn, City of Miramar Commissioners Maxwell Chambers and Alexandra Davis. We are also joined today by Assistant Police Chief Leonard Burgess, Major Shalinda Smith, and Captain Steve Croy. And last, but certainly not least, our Miramar Fire Division Chief Orlando Cigaro. I would also like to recognize our PTSA parents who work tirelessly to ensure that our students' needs are met and who put on an amazing prom for our students this year. Finally, I would like to recognize our faculty and staff who make my job a pleasure every day. I am so proud to represent this staff, and I'm sure that you as parents appreciate the enormous job they do every day to serve our children. No organization can survive without great leadership. Our superintendent's philosophy that the true price of leadership is the willingness to place the needs of our others above your own is exemplified every day. The needs of our students and staff definitely come above all else. He is laser focused on student achievement and mental health. Please turn your attention to the video monitors for a special message from Superintendent Robert Runcie.
You are about to join a very special group. You are about to become a graduate of Broward County Public Schools. Your past school year has been historic. Your schools closed and opened, and you learned wherever Wi-Fi was the strongest. You spent days behind masks through the coronavirus pandemic. You lived through racial and political turmoil that has divided communities, through a severe economic downturn and job losses and an acrimonious presidential election. But the class of 2021 adapted and persevered through all of this and more. You worked hard. You continued to learn and achieve. You succeeded. You will write the next chapter in the history books. Given what I know about you, I believe the chapter will be full of stories of courage, grace, and hope that will fuel a stronger humanity. There's a story I want to share with you that I hope will help you put life's challenges in perspective and inspire you to make the most of the gift of life that you have been given. A teacher passed out a writing exercise to her students. It consisted of only a black dot in the center of a piece of white paper. She asked the students to write a few sentences to describe what they saw. Once everyone was finished, she collected the pages and started reading the writings to the class. They all wrote about the black dot, its size, and its position on the page. Some even got creative and described it as a portal to the universe. Regardless, all the comments were about the black dot. What was interesting is that no one wrote about the white part of the paper, that which is the foundation for the whole. Think about it. If there was not an entire field of white space, that black dot would never even be seen. What's the message here? You have so much to celebrate in life if you see the whole picture. The dark spots are very small when compared to everything we have in our lives, but they are the ones that occupy and pollute our mind. Don't focus on the dark spots, the disappointments, the anxious thoughts, the bad news, the sensational headlines, the social media feeds. Because when you do, you are taking your foundational good for granted, so much so that you forget to notice the greater blessings in your life. Take your eyes off the dot-sized frustrations and focus on the bigger and brighter part of your life. As you graduate, think about what is important to you, what you care about, what you want to prioritize, and where you may be able to make the greatest impact after high school. Find your own path to be successful. Our life is a gift. We will always have reasons to celebrate. Nature renewing itself daily on the planet we call home, the friends and family around us, music and art that we enjoy, rainbows and sunsets, our teachers, and your high school graduation. Enjoy each one of your blessings and each moment that life gives you. Congratulations to our amazing class of 2021 graduates. I am proud of you. You've overcome challenges and you've succeeded in becoming a graduate. I will always remember you. I love you and pray that your life's journey will lead you to true joy and happiness. Congratulations. You are about to join a very special group.
I would like to also recognize our Commissioner Barnes, who's also a parent of Everglades High School. Thank you for being here. At this time, I would like to introduce one of our school's greatest advocates. Our school is fortunate to have a school board member who is energetic and passionate in fighting for the needs of our students. Our board member, Patty Good, truly supports our school's mission to make Everglades High School stand out among all schools and provide a rigorous and competitive edge to fit the needs of all students. Patty was born in Havana, Cuba, and raised in South Florida. She attended public schools and was the first member of her family to attend college. Patty earned a Bachelor of Public Administration degree from Barry University, and she has also proudly earned her school board certification from the Florida School Board Association. Patty is married to Tom, and she is the mother of two incredible children, Thomas and Alexis, both Florida State graduates. Patty proudly took her life experiences to public service, initially being elected to the School Board of Broward County in 2010 to serve as the District 2 school board member. As an individual who immigrated to this country as a child, Patty understands the struggles children can encounter in facing adversity. She attributes part of her success in life to her family and the public education system. Patty strongly believes that public education is the true equalizer in society, and as such, she strives to ensure all students have the opportunity to learn and be successful in life. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to introduce the school board member and my good friend, Mrs. Patty Good.
Thank you for the kind introduction, Ms. Darbar. I'm truly honored to share in this very special moment with all of you, the amazing class of 2021. I want to again express my gratitude to your principal, Ms. Darbar, and the phenomenal staff at Everglades High for supporting you through these unprecedented times. Their efforts have surely helped you reach this important milestone in your lives. Today, I'm sharing my message wearing some bright red shoes. They say you give the girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. My reason for wearing them is in honor of my favorite characters, Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. I am sure many of you have seen this classic film through the years with your family. In The Wizard of Oz, the yellow brick road guides Dorothy toward the land of Oz on her quest to return home. And while on her journey, she befriends three characters: a scarecrow wanting to be smarter, a tin man looking for a heart, and a lion wanting to be courageous. Through teamwork, Dorothy and her friends overcome many challenges. All along the way, confronted with a final obstacle, Dorothy realizes the single most important thing: the power to create change was within her all along. The surreal world that once controlled her didn't revert to normal because she clicked her red shoes together. Her world transformed because of her strong will to forge forward and achieve what she wanted most in life, to return home. Every one of us has a different journey in life, our very own winding yellow brick road, and just like Dorothy, each of you have already come across tough obstacles in your path during this school year, obstacles that no other graduating class has ever had to endure. Similar to the Tin Man, you have shown great heart and compassion. Like the lion and the scarecrow, you have all exhibited great courage and determination to be the best that you could be. My personal journey started some time ago. My family and I immigrated to this country with only the clothes on our backs, leaving everything behind in the pursuit of freedom and happiness. And although school was challenging, I ultimately graduated in the top 10% of my high school class, and I was the first person in my family to go to college and earn a bachelor's degree. I suppose Dorothy said it best when she reminds us that somewhere over the rainbow, the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. I believe that more than ever. This iconic quote has true meaning for all of us. I want to personally thank your family members for the love and support that they have provided you during these challenging times. Students, I want to remind you, as the great Oz reminded Dorothy, it's not where you go, it's who you meet along the way that's important. So as you embark on your adventure and graduate from Everglades High, remember those in your life that have encouraged you every step of the way. And as I channel my innermost Dorothy, I want to leave you with this. I hope your journey along your winding yellow brick road leads you to true happiness. Take the time to look for rainbows as you have done thus far. And as your adventure in life continues, always remember, there's no place like home. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Good morning, class of 2021. As the Cambridge Academy School Counselor, I am so proud of all your accomplishments and to see you in person today on a day that is meant for you. The class of 2021 is the first group of freshmen I have watched grow to the young adults that stand in front of me today. Congratulations to you and your families. Today, it is my pleasure to introduce our salutatorian for the class of 2021. After graduation, he will attend the University of Florida, where he will continue being a Gator and major in computer science. Our salutatorian is Thomas Chang. Thomas has earned a weighted grade point average of 5.61. While that weighted GPA is amazing, I want to point out that Thomas has maintained a 4.0 unweighted GPA since they gave grades back in elementary school. Thomas has actively held leadership roles as our coding club president, 4-H secretary, Mu Alpha Theta secretary, a member of our National Art Honor Society, and is recognized as a National AP Scholar and is on target towards earning his Cambridge ACE Diploma too. His awards include the VEX Robotics Excellence Award, U.S. Open VEX Robotics Qualifier, Regional Second Place Jaeger Arm Prosthesis Award, and Modeling the Future semifinalist. Somehow, he found the time to run cross-country and follow Coach Truesdale's daily advice to drink more water. Thomas is joined today with his parents David and Jade Chang, and his older brother Michael, a Gator alumni, is watching too. I am sure his dog Donnie, who Thomas has raised since a puppy, will have an eye on the television screen this morning too. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to introduce the 2021 salutatorian, Thomas Chang.
Good morning. On behalf of Everglades Class of 2021, I would like to extend a warm welcome to all faculty, staff, parents, and of course, all my homies sitting right over there. I would like to take this time to recognize a few people who've helped me greatly along the way. To my parents, thank you for dealing with all my foolishness these past 18 years. Those pork buns came in really clutch during my AP exams. Thanks, Mom. To my older brother, Michael, thank you for regularly sending me memes and obscure images of food at 3 a.m. every 2 or 3 months. And regarding what you said 4 years ago, I'm totally down to break your ankles in a game of basketball later. To Mr. Dominguez, thank you for the discussions on self-sustaining energy involving cats and buttered toast, and also how we can avoid harming cute animals by performing algebra correctly. The way you use the input of your students in building your lessons is truly admirable. I will never forget rock, paper, scissors, lizard, Spock. To Mrs. Ayer, thank you for your dedication to our education and for making the time to help students before and after regular school hours. I will forever cherish that 16% I scored on one of your first quizzes. To Mrs. Gonzalez, thank you for getting 0 hours of sleep and stressing out over us so that we were entered into all those darn science competitions. I know we drive you nuts. To Mr. and Mrs. Wozniak, perhaps more infamously known as the Wazas, thank you for always making class interesting. Whether it was body slamming the podium or discussing the linguistic origins of pero-like, you never failed to create an engaging classroom. To Mr. Egner, thank you for always showing up to class with the biggest smile on your face and the best stories in U.S. history for your students. To Mr. Horowitz, you're a real one. Thank you for dealing with the 4 tons of late work we spam you with every quarter and teaching me how to read poetry without wanting to bash my head into my desk. Those projects were poppin'. And to Coach Truesdale, yeah, someone told me you're wondering if you're gonna be in this. Thank you for our conversations on crypto and the future of market currency. Cross country was truly a unique experience, and I'm still making sure to drink more water. To Dr. Cohen, thank you for always being there to help me at a minute's notice. There truly are a few people in this world as reliable as you are. To Principal Darbar and the administration, thank you for keeping this school together for the past 4 hectic years. I know everyone will continue to work in the best interest of Everglades students for classes to come. And now, to the class of 2021. After 2.5 years of learning in the classroom and another 1.5 years of logging in for attendance and then scrolling through Twitter for 6 hours a day, we've finally made it to graduation. And man, has it been one wild journey. I mean, we've had our fair share of difficulties and hardships. There's Hurricane Irma, whose strong winds stole my basketball hoop. A noble sacrifice, yet only an omen for the disaster to come. No sooner had we overcome 2 more hurricanes did Earth lose half of its best defenders in 2018's Infinity War. And let us not forget the unexpected emergence of TikTok, the months of awkward federal legislation attempting to ban it, and the use of that annoying song, The Backs, for every video on it. At some point, World War III was at our doorstep. Oh, and there was that virus thing. I don't know if any of you guys remember that. For some reason, Australia was on fire. There was no toilet paper for a period of time. Yeah, looking back, we've had some truly terrible things happen to us during our time in high school. And yet, we persevered. We grew. Some of us a little wider than others, but here's what's important. In our 4 years as incredibly unhealthy and sleep-deprived academics, we've learned that life doesn't always go as planned. That's just the nature of this world and the seemingly threatening uncertainty of our future. However, we have also discovered over these 4 years that there is not a tougher class than ours that is up to the challenge. As we leave on our separate journeys today, I'd like to remind the class of 2021 that you have the potential to do something extraordinary. Wherever it is you go, whatever it is you do, just remember to do what makes you happy. Don't procrastinate on what's important to you. Continue to persevere through whatever life throws at you, just as you've done up until this moment. And eat plenty of pork buns. Congratulations, class of 2021, and good luck.
I would like to introduce our school counseling director, Gina Finn.
Good morning, class of 2021. Today I have the privilege of introducing our valedictorian. This year's valedictorian is truly one of a kind. Next year, he will attend Columbia University in New York, where he will major in mechanical engineering. Our valedictorian, Kenny Chuing, has earned a grade point average of a 5.66 and is joined today by his parents, Yang Fan Zheng and Leon Chuing. I am glad to have had the opportunity to share with everyone gathered here today a synopsis of Kenny's achievements. In addition to Kenny's amazing accomplishments, he has served as Mu Alpha Phi Theta President, Science National Honor Society Secretary, Nurturing Young Imaginations Webmaster, Spice China Scholars Program, Spice Rocher Scholars Program, and is recognized as an AP Scholar with Distinction and ACE Diploma with Distinction. On a personal note, I am glad that I had the opportunity of getting to know Kenny over the last few years. I will never forget coordinating his 13 AP and ACE testing dates all the way to his shared acceptances from different universities. Given all of your accomplishments, I have no doubt that you are destined for greatness, and I am honored. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the class of 2021 valedictorian, Kenny Chuing.
Good morning, class of 2021, family, friends, and the viewers. I would like to first extend my gratitude to all my teachers, past and present, as well as my friends and family, the school counseling department, and the entire Everglades administration for their continued support throughout high school. I specifically want to thank Senora Tejero for always saying, "Si se puede, si se puede." I remember the first day of AP Spanish when I walked into a room full of Hispanics and I began to doubt myself. But you always had faith in me, even when I couldn't see myself. I would also like to thank Mrs. Ayer, Mr. Dominguez, and Mr. Horowitz for your instrumental role in teaching. I appreciate your story and daily motivations, Dr. Coach Truesdale. Besides my teachers, my family has been instrumental to my success. Mom, dad, aunts, uncles, cousins, Apo and Akun. Also, many of my friends have played a large role in helping me, and in particular, I would like to thank Amira, Daniela, Shrinithi, Isha, Hayden, and the countless others who've contributed to my journey. Class of 2021, we've made it out of high school. It still shocks me how much we have grown as a class. We started out as freshmen, confused and hectic, and now we're ending in the wake of a pandemic. Can anyone really remember what was going on in class while we were half conscious? As we each begin to depart on our own ambitions, taking our own cars to the destination, you must reckon with the potholes as a part of life's condition. We may all face the same potholes, but depending on the factors, the driver, you, the car, your journey, the tire tread, your experience, we may come out different. My theory, the theory of success, states that you cannot equate what worked for others as what you need to take. It should not be the road not taken, but rather the road chosen. Do not weigh the opportunity cost, just take the time to cross. Just be true to yourself. As we mature, it is time for your dreams to become reality. I started this bumpy 4-year ride as a shy, nerdy kid like the majority in this Gator community. Throughout the last 4 years, my bucket list has grown from a blank slate to the length of a Paul Gary essay. But now comes the hard part. Take the time you have now to check off your list. Make an effort on those goals and make them reality. Spend time with family, learn a language, go on a real road trip. If there is a cause that you are dedicated to, be involved and take measures into your own hands. The late Mr. Egner had a mission to visit all of the presidential libraries. If you have the chance, try to visit one of them and think back to the memories you've made with him. Life is never certain, so take action now and dwell on it. It is okay to choose the road that is faulty. Things in life will not come easily. As we begin to face the challenges head on, know that it might not be the first try, the second try, nor the third try that works. As Mr. Fields would always say, failure is always an option. Success is not defined by the number of times it takes to reach it. Instead, being able to reach the destination is success in itself. Ladies and gentlemen, we have reached a checkpoint in our lives. We must continue to reach the other milestones and aim for success. So at the conclusion of this ceremony, I will leave you with this three-step process. Be true to yourself, take action, and don't be afraid of failure. Our days in the swamp are over, and it's time for us to pave our own roads.
Now, I would like to introduce our Class of 2021 sponsor, Mr. Ryan Wozniak.
Good morning. It has been a pleasure to serve as your class sponsor during the last 4 years. I have had the opportunity to get to know this class and to work hand to hand with your class officers. Your senior class president, Ashna Porbandawala, has done an excellent job of leading the class of 2021. Her leadership skills are evident in all her actions, and it is obvious to me why you elected her high school career. It is my pleasure to introduce Class of 2021 Senior Class President, Ashna Porbandawala.
Good morning, Class of 2021. Woo! It is my greatest pleasure and honor to stand here before you all on this auspicious day. Welcome parents, family, friends, administrators, and of course, faculty. My name is Ashna Porbandawala, and I'm truly humbled to have been your senior class president. I have to admit, I was a bit apprehensive at first to write this speech. After waiting all through high school for senior year to come, just to hear the news that I had to experience it through a computer screen really took a toll on me. My ability to stay focused and motivated was really put to the test, as I'm sure it was for all of you. Ever since our first day of kindergarten, we have all worked so hard throughout our educational journey to make it to the finish line, and right when we were moments away from crossing it, boom, we were hit with a global pandemic. So what do? Do we just give up? Do we let this atypical year govern our ability to succeed? No. For the class of 2021, this pandemic was just a minor setback for the major comeback that we made. We endured and overcame the most challenging year mankind has had to face in the last century, all while surviving high school. We strive towards our educational success and pass with nothing but flying colors. Today marks a triumphant milestone in all of our lives as we celebrate our well-deserved achievements, and the diplomas that we receive today are proof of all that we've accomplished. Spending the last 4 years of my life with this Gator family has given me the best high school experience I could have ever asked for. Being part of our class has allowed me to meet some of the most intellectual, creative, talented, one-of-a-kind individuals I've ever come across. The class of 2020 truly has it all. From a team of VEX Robotics State qualifiers to having one of the 10 Prudential Spirit of the Community State Award winners, a group of 4 Silver Knight nominees to future Ivy League graduates, we undeniably have exquisite intelligence. 2021 has extraordinary artists that steal the show every year during hallway decorating, an amazing vocalist who sings the national anthem like a classical legend, fashion designers starting their own studios, and theater connoisseurs that you'll probably see in Hollywood one day. We do a phenomenal job excelling in the fine arts. Nonetheless, our athletes shine just as bright, from being district state champions to the Scholar Athlete Award winners. We are a unique group that stands above the rest. We are the class of 2021. However, our collective success wouldn't be possible without the amazing teachers that pushed us along the way. During my time at Everglades, I've encountered educators that always put their best foot forward, both inside and out of the classroom. Their generous efforts never went unnoticed. Not was I only able to excel academically because of them, but I got to learn valuable life lessons, experience laughs, make memories, and create meaningful bonds that I will forever cherish. Quite frankly, without them, I wouldn't be standing here today. So Mr. Waz, Mr. Cox, Mr. Selby, Ms. Peliquin, Mr. Horowitz, Mr. Fields, Mr. Meyer, thank you for everything you have done for me. You guys are the definition of an exceptional educator. I would also like to express my utmost gratitude to our beloved Mr. Egner. I know you're watching us from above right now. We truly couldn't have done this without you. To my amazing mom and sister, along with all the other families sitting out in the crowd, you have been our biggest support systems. I know personally without my mom, I would have never woken up for school on time. But because of her, I strive to work harder towards my goals every day. She is my biggest inspiration and role model. Seeing her go through life as an independent woman from such a young age showed me how strong she really is. Even though many hardships were encountered, she never let herself fall, just like she'll never let me fall. I aspire to be as great of a woman as she is one day. My sister, my biggest motivator, my #1 supporter, and best friend. You love and care for me like no one else has. This diploma is for you, Mom and Luna. I love you guys. Thank you to all the families for being our foundation to greatness. Today, we not only recognize the graduates, but all of you who made this possible. We love and appreciate you guys so much. See all the amazing friends I've made here at Everglades? I'm so grateful I got to walk this journey with you guys by my side. High school is a time where we're all figuring ourselves out. We are constantly experiencing new things that can get overwhelming at times, but our friends act as the catalyst that get us through those obstacles. The bonds I've made here are some I will ever hold dear to my heart, and I can't thank you guys enough for the joy, laughter, and wonderful memories you've given me. Lastly, I would like to thank the lovely class officers and administrators who selflessly dedicated their time and effort to making our class a success. Ms. Darbar and Mr. T, you guys always fought for us to receive nothing but the best, especially this last year. I appreciate you both so much. Mr. Hoffman, Mr. Henry, Mr. Smith, and Ms. Thompson, thank you for all the love and support over the last year. Lauren, Liza, Maggie, Brenda, you guys were the best team of officers I could have ever asked for. It was truly a privilege working beside you all. Graduates, the moment we take our first step out of the stadium today, we will embark on our journey towards new beginnings. This path will lead you in many different directions, some good, some bad, but just remember this when life puts you at a crossroads. It's not about having too many choices. It's about having the courage to choose them all. Make the most of your situation. Those were words spoken to me by Mr. Adam Horowitz earlier this year in my literature class, and that is a piece of advice I intend to take far with me, and I hope you guys do too. Class of 2021, it has been my greatest honor serving as your class president. You are all such an impressive, empowered group of young people. Never let that fire in your belly die out. I know you will all make an everlasting impact on this world. And for the last time, go Gators. And now, I would like to bring our principal back to the stage, Ms. Darbar.
Good morning, parents, families, honored guests, and of course, my amazing class of 2021. I am so proud to be here with you today to celebrate your successful transition from high school student to high school graduate. I have missed seeing your faces and hearing your voices, and I've been dreaming of the day when I could look at each of you and tell you personally how very proud I am of you for your accomplishments. This has been a long and hard year for each of you, for your families, and for the staff at Everglades High School. In all my years as an educator, I never felt like I was working when I had students in front of me. This year felt different, and that is because most of you were not there. Don't get me wrong, those of you who attended school made our jobs much easier and a lot happier, but our staff really did miss the reason we entered this field, the students. I'm sure your teachers missed you this year as much as I did. In fact, our entire school staff has commented on how hard it's been to teach without the daily face-to-face interaction that we are so used to. I have to thank my staff for the amazing job they have done this year. Many of them taught virtual students and face-to-face students at the same time, providing support and instruction in ways they have never done before. The Everglades High School staff did not miss a beat in making sure each student's needs were met and that our students received a first-class education despite the difficult teaching conditions. Our staff is second to none, and I would not trade them for the world. I would also like to thank our PTSA. Not only were there as always to support our staff, but they too continue to be an integral part of our Gator family by providing unique resources for students and families. They found new ways to support our community, such as Zoom meetings and even a drive-in movie. They sponsored your prom under difficult circumstances and made it memorable for you. We would not be able to do what we do without the support of our PTSA. I know it was hard for you to complete your senior year through Canvas. You missed out on many traditions that mark this huge milestone in your lives. You didn't really get a chance to make fun of freshmen or make them believe that there is a pool on the third floor, or you didn't get a senior skip day. You did not even get to do a senior prank. However, instead of focusing on what you missed, I want to point out some positives from this year. Now that you have completed an entire senior year in quarantine, you have proved that you understand what it takes to be successful. When we think about success, we usually think about the end of your journey. We think about how it would feel to have a lot of material things like fancy cars and big houses. But success truly comes from how you overcome obstacles that you encounter every day on the way to the happy ending. When you come upon roadblocks like we all do, you will always remember your senior year. You will remember that even at moments when you were frustrated and lonely, you still pushed through. You will remember that even when you felt isolated and disconnected, there were family, friends, teachers, counselors, and administrators who were behind you every step of the way. You will cling to the memories of the hardest moments in your senior year, and you will know that you are strong, you are capable, and you will conquer your future. When I think of the class of 2021, I can't help but recognize you as the most resilient group I have ever met. Resilience is a trait that can take you through the most difficult times. You see, being resilient doesn't mean that you never fall. It means that no matter how many times you fall, you will always get back up. It means you draw strength from each setback and you see obstacles as challenges. Resilience doesn't mean you're never afraid. Instead, it means that you understand your fear and you're ready to reach beyond it. Resilience means you're willing to take risks to accomplish goals because you understand that sometimes you will fail. Just remember, you will never look back and regret the steps you took to achieve greatness, but you will always regret the steps you failed to take. Your resilience is a key to achieving success. However, one pure truth we learned from this year in quarantine is that no amount of success is worthwhile if we don't have human connection. We have spent an entire year interacting through technology, but did we really connect? Can we honestly say we felt the warmth of a smile or a tenderness of a hug? Did your teachers truly savor the moments when your eyes lit up during a class discussion? Technology today can make our world feel so small, but it can also make the world feel very cold and empty. Now that our world is beginning to open back up, be sure to take the time for talking instead of texting. Be sure to spend physical time with others and take an intentional break from social media every day. We can all hide behind our computers and create a virtual world of communication. However, the world of memes, timelines, and stories can never take the place of a parent's hug, a friend's smile, or a simple act of kindness. Remember to call home often and to reach out to the people in your world, not to the faces on your screen. This year has been a year like no other in our school's history, in our country's history, and even in the world's history. Some of you may have experienced the illness or loss of very important people in your lives. At Everglades, we are still mourning the unexpected and tragic passing of Mr. Egner. I don't even have the words to express my sorrow, but I had the opportunity to read some of the words that students wrote about the impact Mr. Egner had on them. So many of you remembered his talent for storytelling, such as Tale of the Rasputin. You also remembered the way he put you at ease where your junior year was already so stressful, and the way he created a toy drive for underprivileged children. I also learned from you that Mr. Was visited Mr. Egner's class several times during every class period, and that Mr. Was and Mr. Egner shared history jokes that nobody but those two found funny. I am thankful that many of you had the chance to know Mr. Egner. I know his laughter, his work ethic, and his kindness are ingrained in me, and that I am a better person for having known him and for having shared his passion for life and his love of teaching and learning. Class of 2021, we have shared some sad times this year, but sometimes even sadness can create opportunities for growth and can open doors for change. Use your experiences from this year to ensure you cherish all the people who matter in your lives. Remember to celebrate your accomplishments even when the future feels unclear. As a class, you have a lot to celebrate this year. Let me give you a small sample of your accomplishments this year. In athletics, we had several district qualifying teams, and our boys soccer team won the district championship. In debate, we had a national champion in impromptu speaking. Our JROTC team are the state champions in drill. We had a winner of the Academic Excellence Award, 4 Silver Knight nominees, and first place in State Science Olympiad in AgroBio. Our math league was ranked in the top 10, and our choir qualified for All-State. Yes, class of 2021, even in the face of difficult year, yes, thank you. Even in the face of a difficult year, we do have a lot to celebrate and many reasons to be thankful. As you begin the next chapter of your lives, I ask you to be relentless in creating a better world, a world filled with kindness, understanding, and equality, a world where all people are treated with dignity and respect. This year, you have watched our world evolve. As Mahatma Gandhi said, we must be the change we wish to see in this world. I know that as you leave today, you are prepared to embrace challenges, overcome obstacles, and lead by example. You are the generation that will create a kinder and gentler world. And you, class of 2021, are a force with the power to break barriers, achieve success, and define the future. Congratulations, class of 2021. I am so sad to let you go, but so proud of the adults you are becoming. Good luck, I love you, and God may bless all of you.
Night is far so
At this time, I would like to ask Mrs. Good to join me to certify our 2019 graduates. Mrs. Good, I certify to you that the students before you have fulfilled all of the requirements as prescribed by the state of Florida and the School Board of Broward County and are eligible for high school graduation. It is with pride, honor, and privilege on behalf of the superintendent I present to you the graduating class of 2021.
By the authority vested in me by the state of Florida, on behalf of the superintendent of schools, and as the official representative of the School Board of Broward County, Florida, I hereby pronounce you graduates of Everglades High School, class of 2021.
Good morning. We ask that you hold your applause until the last graduate. Kenny Chewing. Thomas Chang. Ashna Porbanderwala. Lauren Shi. Liza Oriquez. Brenda Chen. Maggie Ton. Daniela Alfonso. Dylan Carcassis. Valerie Cardenas. Yamara Carrion. Desiree Gomez. Sasha Creval. Marissa De Jesus. Carter Doyle. Nicholas Dunac. Favor Abila. Omar Elsray. Nicole Fung. Angela Gamage. Giselle Garcia. Sebastian Gomez. Seda Hassani. Karita Hossein. Adrian Hassin. Farah Irani. Valentina Lara. Brandon Liu. Linda Molly. Amira Mansouri. Lee Marshall. Daniela Martinez. Joanna Martinez. Christopher McKinney. Jaden McNabb. Isha Mehta. Adina Masika. Alicia Mildort. Cassandra Munoz. Andres Muscus. Julie Nguyen. Lynn Nguyen. Eric O. Chantal Ortega. Katrina Polinis. Narmeen Ratani. Serenity Reddy. Christian Rodriguez. Carly Rodriguez. Orlando Garcia. Sophia Garcia. Jocelyn Rubio. Rebecca Scott. Nikhil Singh. Danny Smith. Rebecca Sosai. Sahil Tank. Laura Torres.
Elmo Tugawin, Ishpri Tung, Alexis Urquhart, Alan Balls, Tawan Ban, Joey Yen, Valeria Zindarsik, Mia Abduallah, Ryan St. John, Caroline Stone, Rebecca Schweier, Mason Palero, Wendell Francois, Mishli Paul, Dylan Forsyth, Christian Costales, Sarah Acevedo, Yailene Acosta, Jameen Adam, Christopher Al-Amin, Kayla Adderley, Kaylee Adderley, Janelis Adorno, Brianna Ajluni, Andrea Alonso, Imad Allen, Xavier Allen, Rosalind Alonso, Hillary Alvarado, Aaron Alvarez, Maria Angel Alvarez, Maria Alvarez, Mateo Alvarez, Jody Anderson, Joel Anderson, Gregory Anestine, Ethan Anisette, Anna Marie Arguelles, Amy Artola, Shane Ashley, Mohammed Asira, Gael Aturist, Logan Addy, Adrian August, Malik Agustin, Jorge Avila, Elijah Bassan, Yalelis Alvarez, Laura Bazile, Victoria Beard, Charles Bettinger, Mariah Biggers, Terry Lee Blackwood, Valentina Blanco, Stan Booz Undral, Patrick Boudreau, Shamari Boulay, Kayla Brailsford, Samuel Brennan, Daniel Brown, Shamika Brunson, Dominic Buckner, Rayana Burton, Anthony Buslow, Victor Cabanas, Jalen Campbell, Zion Bartley, Michaela Brown, Jose Cancio, Andrea Canizares, Ana Maria Cardente, Danielle Kaplan, Luis Carminate, Justin Carmona, Kevin Carmona, Alberto Carrion, Kayla Carter, Priscilla Casely, Corey Clark, Marilyn Cassius, Jalen Baldwin, Montserrat Castilla, Kenyon Castillo, Santana Senatus, Debbie Chan, Sasha Chansey, Ronaldson Joseph, Destiny Shavon, Jada Chin, Jaden Chin, Caitlin Chin, Natania Clark, Ryan Coakley, Brian Chang, Mark Dennis, Beatrice Colasso, Ricky Collins, Lydell Cox, Jaylene Cristiancho, Lorena De La Cruz, Jasmine Daly, Stanya Darcius, Angela Dawson, Gabriela Delaflor, Amanda DeLeon, Abigail Delgado, Lauren Demetrius, Toby Dennis, Jaleese Despine, Ivan de Trinidad, Nelson Diaz, Nicholas Diaz, John Dieguez, Jolianne Dijon, Louis Doan, Desiree Dozier, Adrienne Duvernay, Isabella Ebro, Joseph Acheri, Christian Edwards, Smithson Emil, Robert Espinosa, Isaiah Etienne, Colin Etter, Abigail Evans, Sean Evering, Ashley Foy, Cliff Boston, Tiana Faulkner, Alicia Ferron, Josefine Fernandez, Jasmine Ferrari, Julianne Figueroa, Bernie Fizeme, Jamia Flagg, Victoria Florentino, John Flores, Veronica Flores, Nathan Page, Dylan Foster, Alexander Francis, Caleb Francis, Joshua Freeman, Sierra Fulton, Christina Garazzi, Franco Garcia, Paola Garcia, Jonathan Garcia Kadima, Laquan Garland, Gretchen Gautier, Isabella Gautier, Jeremiah Gautier, Lavana Gloria, Caleb Gomez Shore, Janelle Gratero, Janaya Gonzalez, Catalina Gomez,
Maria Gonzalez, Brianna Grant, Rodrigo Perella, Aaron Green, Desiree Green, David Guerrero, Melanie Girarola, Luke Hall, Jade Harper, Janae Harris, Finatasia Harvey, Justine Hasford, Kayla Antoine, Michael He, Miguel He Lamb, Alexis Henderson, Monel Herard, Alexis Hernandez, Ashley Hernandez, Charles Hilton, Serena Ho, Tamina Hoagland Blunson, Alasia Housen, Jordan Wang, Zamia Hudson, Ayana Hudson, Albert Rogers, Darcel Hippolyte, Jamis Lady Rodriguez, Logan Hippolyte, Jasmary Rodriguez, Brandon Infante, Kyle Ingleton, Myra Blanco, Emmeline Isaacs, Sakaria Jackson, Brandon Jean, Risa Jean, Shanice Jean-Pierre, Kathy Romero, Colleen Johnson, Jillian Johnson, Kai Johnson, Madison Johnson, Sydney Johnson, Dimitri Joseph, Cheyenne Joseph, Jasmine Jamie, Fabiola Justiano, Nisi Kamau, Nikki Kavusi, Brianka Keel, Asia Kemp, Angela Carroll, Shania King, Brandon Cruz, Ashley Casimir, Samaya Cohn, Luis Lutouche Marsano, Kareem Latson, Angela Koja, that's Angelina, Angelina Koja, Lai Lee, Kaylee Lowershore, Melissa Lee, Jessica Leon, Valentina Lizaralde, Caitlin Lopez, Kevin Lopez, Shelby Londano, Valeria Leon Torres, Adia Lindo, Trayvon Linton, Kevin Loeb, Ashley Lopez, Julian Colon, David Lopez, Sebastian Lopez, Yamil Lopez, Caleb Lopez Ortiz, Aunt Stephanie Louis, Edwige Louis Charles, Ryan Louis Don, Marius Lucero, Alana Macias, Nicholas Madera, Yasmin Malcolm, Danielle Manuel, Christian Mirage, Carlos Marchand Capitanio, Kristen Marshall, Deleth Martinez, Jordan Martinez, Samuel Martinez, Emily Mateo, Adiankinya Mayangbi, Joshua McCarty Cruz, Edric McDade, Ramaya McDonald, Summer McNally, Dejelle McSween, Patrice Meggie, Manuel Melendez, Elijah Mendoza, Leslie Mendoza, Dwinshael Mercius, Marjorie Messias, Maddox Miller, Ethan Malord, Sammy Mylord, Andrew Miranda, Andrew Mitchell, Paulina Moe, Eugene Mobley III, Matthew Modile, Sazia Modena, Anais Montano, Emily Monticello, Leanis Morales, Maria Gabriela Morales, Alicia Morillo, Jade Mullings, Madeline Munoz, Azaria Murphy, Damar Murphy, Rodney Mozard, Dalton Muscadin, Zaria Nasir, Alexandra Nelson, Audrey Nelson, Carl Nelson, Shanice Nelson, Q Nguyen, Olivia Nguyen, Caitlin Niebles, Helena Nieves, Karina Noel, Stephen Nunez, Tobachuku Wama, Jeremy Odajust, Gianna Olabrice, Malik Olabrice, Roman Olmo, Toyin Oni, Shakira Orolome, Andres Orozco, Nicholas Ortega, Austin Ortiz, Pierce Osterfeld, Sabrina Ott, Amani Paris, Jada Paris, Santiago Barragan, Zaki Paul, Natalie Pena, Adrian Perez, Anna Perez, Orlando Patronina, Emily Perez, Giancarlo Perez, Belle Peters, Isis Pewitt, Dominique Pham, Huen Pham, Naraya Pham. Tritao Pham. Sebastian Philippot. Aaliyah Williams. Elijah Pierre Antoine. Gabriel Pinagote. Delaney Pierna. Rudolph Ponier. Valentina Porras. Isabella Porras. Susanna Poten. Ariane Prato. Kayla Pratt. Naila Prayag. Sarah Pridgeton. Stephen Puentes. Denise Pujol. Valerie Ramirez. Zoe Ramirez. Jacqueline Ramos. Chetty Reed. Jocelyn Reyes. Aaliyah Rayner. Leah Richards. Takari Richardson. Ramon Ricketts. Antonia Rivera Mayol. Trinity Robinson. Allison Rodriguez. Kenneth Rodriguez. Alejandro Romero. Robert Luis. Novell Rodriguez. Alicia Roberts. Isabel Ariela Rodriguez Garcia. Jordan Rogers. Leilani's Quintero. Edgar Romero. Luis Roy. Gabriela Rubio. Jalen Sentil. Devon Saladin. Liam Salazar. Zachary Sanchez. Hayden Sandman. Nelson Santiago. Deanna Scully. Annette Servin Reina. Matthew Sharp. Tamara Sharp. Jasper Sierra. Leonardo Sierra. Javier Simpson. Brianna Sison. Oniel Smith. Keandre Smith. Shania Smith. Willie Smith. Christine Snowden. Christian Sparks. Dejalee Solar. Joanna Solis. Demia Solomon. Demaya Solomon. Amber Souffrant. Aiden St. Ange. Rebecca Staten. Kiara Stewart. Reese Strawn. Alec Suarez. Kevin Tamayo. Carlos Tejera. Lizzie Termine Me. Quelly Thompson. Michelle Tang. Olivia Thompson. Sebastian Toloza. Nicholas Trabata. Christina Shrew. Angelina Tusillo. Osaic Torres. Brianna Vaca. Angel Unzalu. Miranda Urbina. Osamega Urgide. Isabella Valdez Ura. Christopher Valdez, Arish Valiani, John Van, Leanne Van, Wayne Van, Jorge Vargas, Ariana Vernon, Maxwell Vernon, Angelina Vilches, David Villalobos, Romulu Visconti, Iban Waite, Jaya Alana Walls, Jamal Waterman McGarrell, Ricky Westbrook, Sharira Wesker, Sabine Whittick, Romario Whittingham, Alex Williams, Brianna Williams, DeAndre Williams, Isaiah Williams, Janaya Williams, Kimani Williams, Normisha Williams, Elena Wilson, Sean Wint, Isaiah Woodard, Aquira Wooden, Zerong Wu, Sophia E. Garza, Alan Andrew Young, Arlene Zarensi, Philip Zhaozu is our final graduate. Congratulations, the class of 2021.
Everybody knows this will be a chance worth taking. Put it to the test. Now turn and jump the fence. So I'm taking my time, holding on tight. I know I gotta get this right. Watching my step, looking ahead, dot the I's and make my bed. I've got so much to do. So if you'd like to help me, please turn the sky to blue. Turn the sky to The battle is inside. If you fall, at least you were alive. the light fades, we will still carry on. From a spark to a bright flame, we will keep holding on. Carry, carry, carry on. Carry, carry, carry on. In the dark when the light fades, we'll still carry on. First date, so fail. Ended up with a slap on my face, yeah. It hurt so bad, but I gotta make up for it, yeah. 10 years from now, I hope it's gonna be all the same, yeah. And your love is a thrill, and no, we'll never quit. In the dark when the light fades, we will still carry on. From a spark to a bright flame, we will keep holding on. Carry, carry, carry on. Carry, carry, carry on. In the dark when the light fades, we'll still carry on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to call back the president of the senior class, Ashna Parbanderwala.
Will the class of 2021 please stand? Having received your diplomas and passed through the graduation ceremony authorized by the School Board of Broward County, Florida, you may now move your tassel from the right to the left to signify that you have graduated. I would like to bring Mr. T back to the stage.
Thank you, class of 2021. Please be seated. Class of 2021, I wanted to take a brief moment and thank each and every one of you for your contributions to Everglades High School during your high school career. It has truly been a pleasure to work with you. Please remember what you have learned from your time here at Everglades and continue to grow both in and out of the classroom. While you may end up all over the world, always remember Everglades High School is your home. You are amazing individuals that have experienced more than any class has before you. Please thank your friends, your family, the faculty and staff of Everglades High School for all that you have done for them and all that they have done for you. Family, friends of our graduates, thank you for being a part of our Everglades community and our Everglades family, and for letting us have a little bit of time with your students. The future of the world is brighter with you as its leaders. Please make sure you always remember to look out for your friends and your family. I also want to take a brief moment and thank the amazing staff of the people here at AutoNation Drive Pink Stadium, the people of our amazing athletics and activities department for putting on this in-person graduation for everybody. At this time, graduates, you will be led out of your stand by row, by section. Thank you for being a part of this historic occasion, and go Gators. Thank you, everybody, and have a great day.